Hello, hello, hello. It's Mel and Sam. Welcome to another Ratbag. We're stoked to have you. In this week's episode, we are unpacking a little romantic column that exists on the Tube, and we're going to unpack some weird and wacky write-ins that we have in front of us today.
We will. We also have an incredible write-in from a little rat for the Bring Bitch hotline that is all about us casting male love interests in media as butch lesbians.
Yep. And then we unpack and dissect small talk. Do we love it? Do we hate it? How do we feel about it? We chat about it for quite a long time.
And we end the app on a beautiful Lesbian Titanic musical.
Stick around. Bang.
Bang.
Bang, boom.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone from Let's Be Real, an ice cave.
Oh, my God. I was going to say, welcome to possibly the most frostastic Ratbag that has ever been.
You're giving frozen banana split.
Yeah, I wanted to, as I came in, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to rock this like hot little white baby tee. And then I was like, with
Wait
the puffer
a minute.
jacket over it, I guess.
It's so fucking cold, but
It's
the
so
vibes
frosty.
are high.
Vibes are high.
Vibes are high.
We have some new faces in the studio.
I know, Luce, you're anchoring as Tom today. How are you?
Crazy. I'm good. How are we, gals?
Good. Love these glasses frames.
Oh,
on you.
thank you. I'm really going blind. It's actually crazy.
New
I'm
or
joining
not
your
new?
club. No, I just don't like wearing them. I've never liked wearing them because when I was younger, I got called a slutty librarian.
It's a bang opening for the episode. Maybe we stick with that instead of me anchoring this next bit. Slutty librarian.
You, as a slutty librarian, is deeply incorrect to me in a way that I
age
cannot
were you
quite
called this?
describe.
I think like around 8, genuinely.
8? And
Yeah.
what was the name of the, I'm assuming, boy that called you
Oh,
that?
yeah. His name was Lincoln.
Full name.
Sounds
Dox
like-
him. Lincoln,
I
last
don't
name?
remember his last name.
Loser. Right.
Because he's not worth it, babe.
Wow. Lincoln, if you're listening, you motherfucker. That's beautiful. We actually don't have time to go into that today because I am coming in red hot with something pretty juicy.
Go on.
So we're all familiar with catching a train, right? Everyone's taken the metro today before. Brilliant. There is a column that exists on the Tube in London where people can write in their love confessions to other passengers on the Tube, hoping potentially for a match, to maybe find someone to go on a date with. And this has been running since 1999, right?
Oh,
I'm gonna get it up right now. What's it called? The Rush Hour Crush, which is great, commonly through the rush hour in the morning and in the evening.
Yep.
I tried to do a Google and I went, does Australia have this? Then I Googled the Melbourne Metro, couldn't find anything, which feels pretty fucking classic for
Feels
Melbourne.
about right.
Like no one's really falling in love on the Craigieburg
No.
line. But I have brought in some gorgeous success stories, some absolute clangs, and some ones that I want your opinion if it's creepy or not.
Whoa.
And I want your opinion as well in the comments, rats.
Can I ask a brief
Please,
logistical
tell me.
question?
I wish you would.
So when you say column,
Yep.
that's people write in and
Yep.
it's what, to a physical like newspaper
It
gets
It's
published?
always good when Mel fleshes out. I don't give any details. This is
Like, what
how
are
I
you talking
anchor.
about?
I literally go, guys, since 1999, so let's read them today. Read what? What's it about? What's its form? Thank you so much for asking. It's a physical magazine that's free that you can get on the Tube, kind of like the Metro one that we have at the stations.
Yep.
People can write in to this column.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming the turnover is quite quick because it gets printed quite quickly. And then if you're reading it, you might end up reading something about you that someone has written in.
And how do they then get in touch? Or we don't know.
I'm assuming through the column somehow,
right.
but you've had people that will write back to other people on
Yeah.
here as well.
Okay.
So I've brought in a few for you today.
Oh, I love this. This is perfect for us because we're such romantic giglets.
It's absolutely perfect. And there's also one that happens on the subway as well, which we will not be reading. We're going London today.
London.
Of course, there's not a Metro one. That's so funny
It's
for Melbourne.
perfect.
All right, so here is the first one.
Do you know what we do have in Melbourne though?
Tell
Just
me.
To,
Yeah, no, hit
to
me.
quickly. Do you know about Unimel love letters?
Yes, I do. That's what inspired this.
Yeah, I feel like
because I was
that's the
thinking about
equivalent, right?
confessionals. Yeah, I was thinking about confessionals. So here's the first one. Because I was like, when I was researching, I went, surely they haven't actually had a proper success story. It's just a cute, frivolous little thing
Fun
that
little
exists.
thing.
But here it is. The sliding doors moment. This is quick and beautiful. To the handsome, bald guy in the dark suit who I met in the Tube 5 years ago, thank you so much for making me happier every single day. the little one. I'm assuming that's maybe how the other person wrote in, which is so gorgeous. So that's one of them. Some of these are quite short. The happily ever after. Rebecca Church, I'm the tall rugby player who contacted you through the rush hour crush. I cannot imagine my life without you. I love you more every single day.
So these are couples that have ended up
That
together.
have ended up together because of the rush hour crush.
And
How
these are
wild
just
is
their
this?
little like testimonials.
They've
These
written,
aren't the
they've written,
write-ins.
back in to kind of like celebrate their love.
Right,
So
right,
this
right,
has
right,
existed
right.
in, but here are some other ones that have come in. All right. This one is, I wrote down Neenor because it's a true Neenor moment. This person has written in, I've read The Rush Hour Crush every day since it started, but I have still not seen a message to the short, fat, badly dressed guy on the Hertford North line. I feel quite despondent.
Oh dear.
Why? If I don't get a message soon, I might just have to stick with the wife. Tom Enfield.
There's so much to unpack there.
Is writing in going, come on, I read this column every single day.
And I'm a
Where's my-
gorgeous, badly dressed fat guy.
Yep.
Where the fuck
Where
is
the
my
fuck
love?
is my love? So clearly it's got a viewership. There are people that are reading this daily on the
I'd just
tube.
go, my king. If you're needing to write into a column,
Yep.
to have someone be like, I like your shitty t-shirt, Tom.
Correct.
Maybe you need to talk to a psych.
Correct. Yeah. So there's the people that confess their
Or
love.
dare
and
I
then-
say, you're literally attached wife
Yeah.
who you were already married
You're already
to.
married.
What?
You don't need the rush hour crush. Why?
validation.
Don't be greedy, Tom.
Why are you using the rush hour crush? But then there was a follow-up
Not the follow-up.
to Tom, the short, fat, badly dressed guy on the Hertford North line who says he is despondent about never being the subject of a rush hour crush message. Your bags are in the front garden, Tom's wife, Enfield. So what I'm here to say
That's
is
so good.
this finicky little magazine, finicky little column is breaking up relationships.
Tearing lives apart.
Tearing lives apart. Your bags are in the front garden.
I love that she read that and went, if you're looking for someone else to be attached to, see you later.
Yeah, it's giving a lot of people read this rush hour crush. Here's another one, the strapping and flapping. To the handsome man who deftly shooed a pigeon off the tube carriage at Ravenscourt Park on Monday morning, your pigeon wrangling skills got me all in a flap. Fancy a drink? Brunette, purple and yellow scarf.
I love
So I
this.
love the way people describe themselves as what they physically wear.
It's so Unimel love letters coded.
It's so good.
And was there a love story to that or no one
No,
responded?
this was just one of the interesting
Yeah.
articles, one of the interesting write-ins that I found. Oh, I need your opinion on this one. Creepy or no, right? Mm-hmm. To the jaw-droppingly beautiful black guy in the grey jumper who sat opposite me on the number 9 bus last Tuesday evening. Sorry
so
for
it
staring.
extends to buses.
Yeah, good to know.
Gorgeous.
Sorry for staring, but it was impossible not to. I wanted to slip you my number, but you hopped off at Knightsbridge and scuppered my plans. Can I have you for Christmas? The blondie who couldn't keep her eyes to herself. And this is where I go, this column is creepy as well. If you want, a lot of people want to get onto public transport
and
not be perceived.
Not be perceived.
But to have someone being like, I saw exactly what stop you got off. I saw exactly what you were wearing. Can I
Yeah.
have you for Christmas?
Also, why do I envision? I feel like this would bring out, if I knew that this existed,
Yep.
all of a sudden I would be like stepping onto like the metro with like lip filler, like fresh Botox done, like a cunty
Hourglass
crop, and
figure
like,
going-
a beat every day being like, anyone?
I know.
And then I'd be like Tom going, what the fuck? I've spent all this money on lip filler. Who the fuck is sliding into my DMs?
If you are a UK listener and you have caught the tube from the years of 1999 to present day, it's still going.
Oh, wow.
Can you write in and just let us know if there is performativity on the tube because of this column? Because I find it fascinating.
There has to
and then
be,
it made
surely.
me think the equivalent on the Melbourne Metro line would be like, to the Sheila holding that Vegemite sandwich, travelling to Craigieburn. Fuck yeah, want to come over and watch the footy. It just doesn't have the same ring to it. What I wanted to unpack with you today is, do you think this column fits more into the sweet, beautiful category, or does it allow for kind of a bit of creepy, like being watched, being perceived, being followed, not being able to have your own moments in
No,
modes
I
of
love
transport?
it. I'm a bit of a romantic.
Creepy or no?
I'm
That's my
pro.
question.
I don't know if it's creepy. Look, the phrasing's maybe not ideal.
Yep.
Like, can I have you for Christmas?
Yep.
I feel like that's a diva in her, like, I feel like I understand the demographic of the person who wrote that. It's
Yep.
giving like, oh, like, Simon, I'd love to have you for Chrissy.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you come over and you can be my present?
Yeah.
You know, it's giving that.
No,
I think it's harmless,
Yep.
but unfortunate wording.
I agree. I'm not hung up on the can I have you for Christmas. What I'm hung up on is
The
you
thing
got
in
off at
general.
this stop.
Yeah.
You were wearing this. You
Yeah.
take it every day at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Respond to me.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
almost
yeah.
people feel like they are owed some kind of
Yeah.
response. That's the thing that I go,
Yeah.
it's a little bit creepy. But clearly there haven't been any like massive like security clangs because it's still running.
Yeah.
Like it's been going since the 90s. But yeah, what are your opinions? Do you think it should stay? Do you think it's mainly sweet or do you think it's a little bit creepy? Where do you sit? I think I sit more on the sweet side, but I do find a little bit of it just not quite
bit
right.
how you going.
Yeah, a bit how you going. Loose?
I love it. I love the
Yeah.
artsy, the cupidness of it. But I would hate to live in a world where this existed
Yeah.
because I'd be the exact same. I wouldn't care enough to put effort into my appearance,
Yeah.
but I'd care
Yep.
enough that I'd be self-conscious as I'd be sitting on the bus.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fair.
pretty pro. I feel like creeps are going to creep regardless.
Have you ever
know?
been asked out on a train?
No, but I've been asked out a number of times in Ubers.
Interesting. Yeah, you have a thing with Ubers
Yeah,
though.
I would say definitely twice, if not 3 times, I've been
Yeah.
asked out by my Uber driver at the end of a
Oh,
ride.
so it's the driver, yeah, of course. Not in a pool, babe.
No,
It's-
actually once in a pool.
Yeah, there you
yes,
go.
once in a
There you go.
pool.
Yeah.
And at least once by a driver, I think actually twice.
Oh God.
Yeah.
See, that's a bit wild.
They find
but
a way.
But of course they do because you're always got a beautiful ear to listen. And the second that
I
you
don't
listen,
try to though.
no, but you just have an open energy. I've been handed one time I was on a train. Oh, this was probably uni days. I was probably violently hungover, makeup cascading down my face, and I'm standing there. And then as this guy was getting off, and he was hot too, he handed me a little note. And it went, "You're gorgeous," and it was his number. And I messaged him going,
Whoa.
"Thank you so much, but I am in a relationship."
Whoa.
And then he went, "No worries, have a beautiful life." And I was literally thinking about it the other day when I was preparing this segment, and I was like, wonder where he is now.
Yeah.
And if I still had his number, I'd send him a text and go, "We're doing a segment
Yeah.
for the pod. Would love to
Where
know
are
what
you
you're
now?
up to."
Come on in, Steve.
And then I become my own version of the Rush Hour Crush going, "Would really fucking like a response since you showed me that you were interested that one time in Moorabbin in 2011.
Was it with you? It was you who, when we were in that Italian restaurant and we got you to leave the number for the hot waiter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, fill me in on that. I only really
I don't
loosely remember this.
exactly as well, but then we found out that he was accidentally really young, I think. And you're like, "Oh my God, I just found out like he's
That
18.
is a bit of me.
Yeah.
That's a
But
bit
we
of
didn't
me.
know, but in your defense,
Yes.
you didn't look it.
No,
And
no.
it was when it was in some single era that you were having it and we were out for dinner.
It was in some single era that you were having is the realest sentence. Like I can't be single and just be single. It's like I'm having a single era
Some single
that I'm
moment.
doing. That I'm leaning
You
into
know what
and
I
doing.
mean,
Yes.
though? It was out of like a period of time
No,
where
I know.
the thing you were doing was being single.
Yep.
I've never told this
Tell
story
me.
on mic, but I remember I definitely
Yeah.
told to you. This happened to me. This is all in the vibes of like in public asking outs or
Yeah.
like bold asking outs. I was in rehearsals for a show in Sydney. We were rehearsing in the middle of like Sydney Uni. So it was the
Yeah.
middle of a university. And I was like walking in my platform Crocs because of course.
Absolutely.
And I tripped really badly and like fell over, scraped my knee, blood, like was quite
Yeah.
bad. And you know, when you fall and you're like, "Oh, I actually just feel like crying. I
Yeah.
just want to burst into tears,
Yeah.
but I can't because I'm being perceived by so many people." And then I walk about 100 meters down the road and then this girl comes up to me and she's like, "Hi, this is so bold. Like, and I know that this is a bit insane. I just saw you fall." I was like, "Oh God."
Oh
She
dear.
was like, "But before I saw you fall, I was just like watching you because I was like thought you were so beautiful and like so like struck by your energy. And then I saw you fall and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go up to her, but maybe it's not the right time. And like I was just wondering like, would you like want to go out sometime? Like here's my number." And I was just like,
That's so
what a
gorgeous.
I'm obsessed
Oh,
with a
that's-
bold
Yep.
a bold
Yeah.
offer
Yeah.
in public.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with it.
And it's the easiest thing to just be nice and say thank you, but
Yeah.
no thanks, or I fucking love your
Yeah.
energy. That's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's your rush hour crush, but in real life.
Yeah, literally.
Post-tumble.
Absolutely.
Post-tumble.
Oh,
Well,
babe, I love that.
I know. Well,
Rush
we'll
hour
have to see
crush.
rush hour crush. Let us know in the comments if there's performativity on the tube or if you've ever been performative on a train and or bus or automobile in order to fall in love.
Or if you've ever had like a public ask out situation.
Hell yeah.
Or been left a number or anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
I
you
love
go.
that, babe.
Great.
We're going to swiftly move on
Hell
to
yeah.
our hotline segment, Bring Bitch. Hit that sting.
I kind of have a question, and you two seem really cool and hot and smart. Hello?
We have been sent in a question that I'm so obsessed with, and it is so us-coded. We're the perfect people to answer this question. I'm going to read it word for word. The question says this. Mel and Sam, which male love interests in media do you think would be better as butch lesbians? Now, this person
Yep.
said, mine is Orpheus from Hadestown. That bitch was you hauling like a motherfucker. Met Eurydice in a meeting. It was like, do you want to come home with me? Do you want to move in with me? And I was like, that's so true.
That is perfect. Okay, male characters from film and TV.
From like media.
From media. Great.
I know
I'll do a New Yorker article then, Matt. Just kidding.
to get the like ball rolling. I remember when we had Karis on. Karis said that she desperately wants Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors
I
to
think
be a
that's-
little butch les.
That's
and I think
brilliant.
that's perfect. I had a little think, and one for me
Yep.
is in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio's Romeo.
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio just feels a
Lesbian.
little bit like a butch lesbian anyway.
Literally lesbian.
Once again, I think it would make any piece of media better. Imagine also Jack and Rose, and Jack being Jacqueline
Fully.
on the Titanic. Jacqueline and Rose.
Also, there is something about specifically in stories where they fall in love quickly. And that's
Yeah.
why I was like, Romeo and Juliet, it's perfect. They're like 14, they meet each other, and the next day they're like, I think we should get married.
This is so good. I also feel like in the queer Titanic, if Jacqueline would not let go of the door, but also when she's
Jacqueline would
like,
not let go
Jacqueline,
of the
come
door.
back. Jacqueline would be back immediately going, what can I do for you? Here's your coffee and I've built you a desk. Like, I feel like, do you know what I mean? That would be, it would be a completely different ending to the Titanic if it was a butch lesbian.
absolutely.
That's great. All right, what was your next one?
I also thought Edward Cullen in Twilight would
yeah.
be
Yep.
unbelievable as a lesbian.
The wardrobe's already there.
The wardrobe's
writing's
there.
on the wall.
The coiffed hair is there.
Yep. The hardly any lines. I feel like Edward also doesn't have heaps of lines. I feel like neither of them speak in that
So
film.
true.
It does feel like a silent film.
That entire series is just
Yeah. Yeah.
and
literally.
like shots of frosty pine trees.
Yeah. What I'm trying to think about, I went on a weird like flip of it because it's not exactly romantic, but I would find it super funny the film Annie if Annie was a butch lesbian but as a kid and just was like super pragmatic and like figured it all out for herself
That's
and
just
was
Fun
like
Home.
Yeah,
Fun Home, but she gets adopted.
and Annie's just like, I don't need this fucking orphanage. I'm going to go out and make my own dollar. She would start
Making
up,
IKEA furniture.
she'd start
from
up her
scratch.
own laundromat and it would be that lady laundromat. That's so funny. I thought of the teacher from Dead Poets Society. Imagine
I've never seen it.
Robin Williams. It's just would be so gorgeous watching
I
like a
love
butch
that.
lesbian teach a bunch of school kids.
Oh, yeah, that's
English.
everything.
Yeah, it's such a gorgeous, yearning film that
Yeah.
imagine that as a butch lesbian. I'm like, that would be so hot.
That would be
What was your
everything.
next one?
What else did I have? Oh, this one feels like it just is.
Yeah?
Flynn from Tangled.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's a lesbian.
Yep. That's
I've met that person at Savers.
Yep.
Multiple times.
or with the name Flynn.
Yeah,
as well.
literally.
Absolutely. It's-
Same name, same
Copy
haircut,
paste.
same fit.
That's perfect.
I was going to
That's
say,
so,
same horse. That just doesn't work at all.
that's so
Same
good.
horse, bit of Eve.
Yeah, bit of Neve. Squidward. From SpongeBob SquarePants. That's a lesbian. We're not even deciding to flip. These are just ones that
These are just ones
the
that
lights
are.
are on. They just need to walk into the party.
Squidward, though, with that. Squidward has the nose, right?
Yeah.
That's unhinged. Wait.
Great for
Sometimes too
cunnilingus.
comfy,
Is that
too
what you're
comfy.
gonna-
I was going to say, that's a massive clit.
Yeah. I was going to say great for cunnilingus because it could go inside you. My parents listen to this pod. Turn it off, please. That's so good.
The other one that people talk about all the time is JD from Heathers, which I do think...
I'm less familiar with Heathers. But tell me.
I get thingy about that though because JD is so fucking toxic that I'm like, boo! No toxic lesbian representation.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want any more of it.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, I am also desperado to be in a queer version of The Last 5 Years. How
Fill
good would
people
that
in
be?
that don't know it.
So if you don't know, The Last 5 Years is like a musical about a relationship that breaks down, but the start of the show, you see the end of the relationship.
Yep.
And it kind of, how does it work exactly? In the middle, you see when they meet, I think.
Something like that.
Anyway, it kind of tracks this relationship. And again, Jamie's like kind of a bit of an asshole, but I'm like, I would love to see that.
That's a great one. Do you have any, Luce?
My dream.
The only thing I was thinking of is off your strain of Annie. It was Home Alone. A little.
Macaulay
Keep the
Culkin's
change,
character.
you filthy animal.
Or the robbers. Oh,
Just
All of them, eh?
all of them.
That's so funny. The robbers come in and then it's just a Tupperware party. That's so funny. Macaulay McCalkin, whatever his fucking name is.
Macaulay
Too many
Culkin.
hyphens.
Manalkin.
Him as a butch lesbian, that is hilarious.
There is something about, he is like soft in a way that a lesbian feels soft.
Because he has, I know what it is. I've got it. I've nailed it. No, I've got it.
What is it?
He has the Ellen DeGeneres hair. It's the blonde, fade,
And he's
Californian lesbian
And
hair.
he's also a bit like pillowy and soft.
He's super pillowy. We're talking about a kid. We might have to wrap this next bit. Squidward has a big clit. Anyway, thanks for the writing.
The title is Squidward is a Big Clit with Mel Sam.
I do the titles for the Ratbags. I will not be doing that. That is so funny. I am stuck.
Macaulay Culkin is a pillowy lesbian with Mel Sam. I don't even know what pillowy means.
No, pillowy.
But it just is pillowy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he is very that. Sorry, I am now just imagining the Home Alone like movie poster. You know, the classic like this, but he's just got a little single sleeper earring. That's all you need to do. You just someone put it on screen. We're going to get our editors to put it on screen. Macaulay McCulkin with just a single sleeper earring. It changes everything.
And a carabiner.
And it's Home Alone, but with a winky face. Actually, he's a kid. Let's stop that. It's called Homebody because lesbians are home. That's what I meant, not winky face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
That was perfect.
Kind of can't be us going into Kick Ons with that ripper segment.
Thank you so much for writing in to that little rat. That provided us so many giggles.
Oh, good God. All right.
Is it time to crack open that seltzer bag?
Absolutely. I hate seltzers.
Do you?
When I used to drink, I hated
Yeah, I'm not
them.
a massive fan
No,
either.
I don't get it.
But it's so interesting because you do like those sparkling waters that just have a drop of flavour, that it does feel like that's the same thing.
You know, that's really fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on
What
a
do you
different...
think that's about?
I don't know. I went on a journey to get there
Unpack that.
because I love sparkling water and then went, what if I had a bit of... But when I'm thinking of alcohol, it's like, all right, let's lean in and have a moment.
Yeah.
But that is not a moment.
Yeah.
Seltzer's not a moment.
Yeah.
I'm Joe Rogan once again, just talking to talk. I have a really simple Kick-Ons question for you all today. For anyone that's new listening to the pod, Kick-Ons are the questions that we ask each other that you would ask at 3 a.m. on a rickety deck chair, when you're high on MDMA, just kidding, mum and dad, when you're just chilling on a glass of
And
wine.
what we love to say, and holding a cigarette. And we had Olga
time.
on, we were like, yeah, so imagine like the questions that you ask when you're on a rickety deck chair, like holding a diary, like maybe coming down, and then we all burst out laughing, being like, as if we would have ever held a cigarette in our life.
They would be e-cigarettes from Guys and Dolls, the musical at Fundora
for
High.
vocal health.
Me with the nebulizer being like, sorry, I'm just on vocal rest.
What's the question, darling piddle pie?
And rats, please let us know in the comments your answers to this. What is something that most people really get around, but you can't get around, and why?
Whoa.
That is the question. Luce, hit us. Something that everyone gets around, but you don't really get around it. And
Okay.
why?
I've got two.
Tell me.
One's very generic, is just the footy.
Yep. AFL specifically.
Yeah.
A
and-
woman after our own heart.
Yeah. But that's like everyone. A lot of people don't get around it.
No, I think that's very fair.
I think especially in Melbourne, more people
Yeah.
are into the AFL than they're not. So wave that flag high, babe.
The other one was makeup. I've never been a makeup person.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask a question?
Please.
As a makeup lover,
Yeah.
Is it because you never felt like you knew how to do it? Did you not grow up with it around you? Did you have me getting really deep going, and so what insecurities brings that up for you? I'm genuinely asking, do you know why you don't like it?
No, it's a really interesting one because I have an older sister and she was like obsessed and always had it and always tried to do it for me. I think I didn't like the sensation. I was such a sensation
Sensory
kid.
experience.
We had like a dance concert and the teacher made me put it on and I was like crying the whole time. I hated it. Now I'm like, I couldn't really care less, but I feel I've missed that window of awkward experimentation where you have to like...
And what a window it is.
Yeah, right? You do your awful looks and it's fine because you're that age. But like if I started putting on like the wrong colour foundation now or something like that, I've missed my opportunity.
That's so real. I feel like, it
fair.
feels like you absolutely could, but it feels like you can't rock up tomorrow on pod with us with like a green lip because you're just trying it out.
Totally.
Because it feels like we'd be like,
Yeah.
whoa!
Yeah.
But you know that we'd be like, this is how, if you walked in with a green lip, this is exactly how it is on. I know it.
Yeah.
You have to do it as well.
Yeah.
Do what you would do.
Okay.
I would go, Luce! This
Oh my God,
green
the
lip!
Yeah. Oh my God, the lip.
We'd unpack the
love
lip.
this.
I feel like as well, especially online and on TikTok, I feel like when I'm scrolling, I see 14-year-olds that can do a beat better than like celebrity
That's
makeup
so
artists.
real.
And I go, holy shit, makeup has come so far in regards to our skill. But on the flip side, there's also this beautiful community, or I've seen a trend where people will gorgeously post being like, this is how I'm doing my makeup, open to any tips.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, their skills are really not good. The makeup is not blended. It's quite clunky. But the comment section give me so much faith in humanity.
gorgeous.
Because it's like, hey, for your eye shape, I'd try this. People are stitching with their own like duets on how to do the eye. And I'm like, that's
I
special.
love girls.
But I totally understand that if it, from a sensory perspective, you're like, get it off me.
Also, it just ain't for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really fair.
I
What was
love
yours,
that.
Mel?
My immediate one that came to mind was, first of all, matcha.
Yep. That's
Boring.
fair.
That's a bit of a basic answer. Second,
No, so everyone needs to stop saying their answers are basic because they're real for them. Next.
second is Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yep, I think that's really fair.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't be doing it.
Yep.
I don't think there's one that I like the most.
Phantom.
Phantom I can't stand.
But do you enjoy
Cats,
singing
I
it?
can't
Let's
stand.
be real.
Truly, no. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I think so many girls, especially bell-toned sopranos,
Yeah.
like fell in love with music theatre often through Phantom. I have a lot of friends, like our beautiful friend Liv, I know is like Phantom, like introduced me to the world.
Yeah.
I don't like the way his music sounds. It's kind of as simple as that.
That's really fair. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. Mine is an interesting one. Small talk. That is it. Small talk.
Small talk is the thing.
So, but I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with small talk, and I felt a shift in the last 5 years. I used to love small talk, and I used to love small talk because when I would meet people, I enjoyed those like initial conversations where we weren't really talking about anything, but it was and what do you do for work, and how long have you been here, and how's your morning? Because I used to love people getting to know me, and I used to love people being like, oh, wow, that's such a cool job, or, oh, wow, you live in such a cool area. It was actually from like an ego perspective. I have found as I've gotten older, I am so less interested in small talk, but not just in the base take of like, I'm over small talk. I feel it doesn't make sense because when I meet people, I want to skip all of the, and how's your morning? And I want to get to the deep stuff. But you actually can't do that with people. You have to start with small talk to get there. But I'm finding this like friction in my socializing where I'm going, it sometimes starts to like really grind
Like
my
EQ
gears.
out.
And not every time. I don't want people to think that from here on in, if they're in a conversation with me and we're having small talk, I'm hating it. I just have had a few moments where I'm like, I feel like I'm outside of my own body watching this conversation going, this is giving me nothing. We're talking about nothing just to talk. And then I feel awkward and I start analysing.
I get that. I do
And I
understand
wanted to get
that.
your opinions on small talk and where you stand with it. Mel.
Thank you so much for calling me in. I like small talk. I'm not like bothered by it in the same way, but I do understand that feeling of because I'm a bitch who loves to like, we talk about this all the time, like I love to peel an onion.
Yeah.
I love to befriend someone who has walls up. I love to crack someone who like is hard to crack.
Yep.
My fucking favorite thing in the world. So I understand being wanting to get to that deeper level.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's almost like uninteresting until you get to the core stuff.
Yeah.
But also but you really do need that outside stuff to work in.
Yes.
Like I feel like to gain someone's trust, it's the little like, love this t-shirt. How's your day? Great.
Yeah.
To like work at it to get to that core.
Yes.
But I really understand the impatience maybe of being like, I just want to get to the part where I can be like, and how is your family?
Literally.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about before, I don't know if we've spoken about it on pod, but we speak about often what we don't like. And it's so fun if you enjoy this, we don't want to yuck your yum, but fast track or forced, we're so close.
Exactly.
Because you can't be trauma dumping with someone as soon as you meet them. I understand there's a journey to like how you converse with someone.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've gaslit myself as an extrovert that is turning more introverted as I get older. I used to think small talk was like walk in the park, easy as. I was like, might be easy for me, but it's not fulfilling.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you still feel like it's easy, or do you feel like it actually like takes energy out of you?
I would say it's more taking energy out of me now. And then I was like sitting and kind of not spiraling, but reflecting on small talk. And I went, I also think what's not helping with small talk is I used to be so much better at small talk years and years ago. I would say like 5-10 years ago, when I'm not going to discredit my friendships when I was 20, but my friendships weren't as formed as they are now. Now my friendships have 10 extra years on the friendships that were 10 years ago, if you stick with me, which means I'm only getting deeper and deeper with the people in my life, which means small talk is feeling more and more less fulfilling.
Does that make sense? I really do
Yeah.
understand that. I think that's extremely valid.
Yeah, I find it really interesting.
Yeah.
Small talk. Where do you sit with small talk, Luce?
I enjoy it when it's someone I know I'm never going to have to know deeply. You know what I mean?
That's
if it's like
the tea, actually.
someone I'm, say, like on a shoot with for a day and that's all we are to each other.
Yeah.
It's just co-workers.
Yeah.
Like I love learning about people's jobs and things like that. I do enjoy the surface level, but if I see them again and we go to that same, like no, it needs to be deeper. Yeah.
And that's interesting because on the flip side, if I'm thinking about it, there is also sometimes nothing more annoying than when I just want to small talk with someone, but they're being like, and how do you find it moving through the world as a queer woman? And I'm like, I just, can't we just set up for pod?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
100%.
So it is hard because sometimes I really actually am in the mood for small talk and don't want to like, not give access, but a bit that don't want to give access. I'm like, I can't really be bothered with everyone sharing the real stuff.
No, and I think that's fair.
And you kind of have to earn it.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's why I'm never jumping to the deep connection chats, because I know they can't come straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just the whole talking to talk thing I'm finding more interesting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like as well it's quasi linked to having a career in the arts as well, because I feel like a career in the arts or like a freelancey kind of like lifestyle, you're meeting and working with new people so often. Whereas I feel like when you have a salary job or an office job, you have a team of people that you work with and like that's what it is. But I feel like when you're in the arts, you're meeting people and having to like make first impressions and make connections way more often. So thinking about small talk, I think would happen more if you're in that kind of space.
Yeah, no, that's it. And I haven't decided if I feel it more like from a friendship, leisure space or a work space, but just small talk in general, interesting, question marks around it. But please let it be known, I love people, I love meeting people. I'm a chatty bitch. I'm still down for chat. Just find it interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that, babe.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
We're nearly at the end of the episode.
Bit of everything in this set.
It does feel a bit hectic that we're about to sing.
I know. If I was going to say, if I'm not wrong, it is time for a singing is not annoying and everything is better as a song.
Singing is not annoying and everything is better as a song.
Guys, I know exactly what the Hit It Toots should be.
Oh, yep.
Do you also have an
Let's
idea?
say at the exact same time.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Lesbian Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
No, but that's good
Lesbian
too.
Titanic better. Because,
Do you
dare
think-
I say, it's not about a kid.
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
I still have never figured out which is my camera. Oh, hell yeah, it's definitely that. Barrel alert. Barrel alert. Just kidding. Okay.
Lesbian Titanic?
Jacqueline and Rose.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I'm just about their experience on the
Yeah.
ship.
I think Lesbian Titanic the musical.
Great. Now, Luce, what genre are we doing today?
Today we're going to be going for a bit of a funky tune.
Funky
The
tune.
Lesbians.
Great.
Thought it was going to be some like oceanic. Whoa. So this is the Lesbian Titanic, where Jack is actually Jacqueline and Rose, an improvised song to the style of funk. Yeah, right.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to start?
Sure. I come straight from a breakup with another girlfriend. My name's Jacqueline, on the ship to never end. I'm here, gonna meet a girl. Got my carabiner on and my flipsy doopsy hair on.
My name's Rose and I'm clutching my chest. Oh, I dropped some jewels down. Hold on, I really need a strong Butch to actually quickly tumble to the bottom of the ocean. Maybe find these jewels for me. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Jacqueline, I work at Bunnings. Gonna somersault off the front of this ship. Gonna get the necklace for you, Rose. You've got the pillowiest tits.
My name's Rose and I'm from Bunnings. But if Bunnings wasn't around in 1920, what the hell is that? That sounds pretty cool. Anyway, why don't you come to this automobile and you can pay me like a French girl in your Subaru. Pay me like a French girl. How do we get a Subaru on the Titanic? That's pretty epic. Is that yours, Jacqueline?
Steamy hand on the window. Steamy lesbian hands on the window. Got my rings on, got my carabiner on. Put my hand on the window, Rose.
All right, now we're gonna go down to the bow of the ship. Pull your arms around my waist. We're gonna stand on the edge. But wait, just really quickly. I felt like when you were like baby, just really quickly, when we went to the bow of the ship and you went to the front, I'm feeling a little bit like you're not really listening to me and I wanted to be the front. How do you feel about that though, baby?
I feel like if I was a Taurus, this would work well, but you are a Virgo, and I cannot be a Cancer. Oh no, fuck with this ship's bumped into an iceberg. Rose!
Baby, I know the iceberg's breaking, but I feel like your tone is really
I just feel like
right
when
now.
you were talking about the iceberg breaking, I feel like that's not about me, but you're kind of making it about me. But I'm sorry if my tone sounded like I was
appreciate
making
that.
it about the
I'm just
iceberg.
gonna let you know that I'm going on the lifeboats for the women and children, but I also my polycule's there as well. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but I am dating another bunch of hot women with
No worries.
fancy hats.
I am just gonna go meet my 10-pin bowling for leisure team. I've got to rescue them first as well, but then I am gonna come back to you. Just so you know, that's the plan.
I love
Hey, get off the ship, you'll survive and oh shit, you're off and surviving. Get off the ship and surviving. Rose. Oh, true. I was gonna do a thing about the door.
No,
we've been wrapped.
No, that's perfect.
Hell yeah.
Get off the ship, you'll survive it. Lesbians would have survived the Titanic.
And I've literally always said
And that is proof that the lesbian was invented post 1920. Wait, when did the Titanic sink?
1912?
God, I'm full of
I love that you went so confidently. 1920, 40, 12. B? Answer? 1912.
1912.
Wow.
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 That was brilliant.
Fantastic stuff.
I love that one.
We're going to do a cheeky little plug, you guys. If you've been listening to the pod and like it, I'm going to remove these headphones. If you've been listening to the pod and you like it and you would be interested in coming to a live pod recording, it's the first one that we are doing.
Correct.
And we're doing it in October in Naarm in Melbourne.
Yep.
We are a part of the Cheerful Earful podcast festival, which is really, really exciting.
Yeah.
And we would love to have you there. Tickets are on sale. We'll make sure we pop a link
in the bio.
In the description. But if you want to come along to a live podcast recording, it's going to be really, really fun.
Yep.
It's going to be in Brunswick. So yeah, come on down.
That's beautiful. And I just went, yep, because she's covered all bases. I've got nothing else.
I kept going to throw to you.
No,
thinking you were gonna
I think
say
it was
something.
perfect. You anchored like the Titanic didn't have. Hey, that's it. Thanks,
it.
Banana Split. See you next time, main camera. See you later.
See you guys. Thanks for listening.
This is a Grouse House podcast. Mel and Sam would like to acknowledge that this podcast was created and recorded on stolen land.
The original custodians of this land have had a rich history of storytelling for over 65,000 years, And we pay our respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, whose land we are making Ratbag on.
Treaties were never signed, sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land.